All right, but you know that we both had perfect view of the game. We both saw what happened in the game, this past week versus the Giants, and I was looking at a score, and the Panthers beat the Falcons 9-7. Because why?
Because we put the Giants to sleep because they trash.
No, you're supposed to say because the Falcons suck.
Because the Falcons suck.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, but all right, let me put this back on. All right, so Saints Giants game. Oh, it was a roller coaster of a ride. We were up like 7-6 at the half, and then we just went on a coast for the entire second half. That was, a pretty good game. I won't say that we played remarkable because like people keep saying how we demolished the Giants. It was really a game until like the fourth quarter happened. That was the same thing the Carolina game. So the Saints we play this Thursday versus the Rams. It's gonna be a tough one. The Rams are coming off hot. They've won 4 of their last 5. You know, 4 of their last 5 games in one. Hey Jerry, I see you in the chat. How you doing? This is my dad. Go check him out at Inside Nola Sports. But yeah.
Who's
Um,
that in the chat? Who's in the chat?
it's Jerry. He's you know,
Big Jerry. What's up, Big
yep.
Jerry?
Yeah. But
Just here talking about Giants and Saints.
yep. Every time about Giants Saints, this is like the first live stream that I'm actually taking serious right now. But it was a good game, for me. All right, Jerry saying hello to you. So,
I see you, Jerry.
yep. But let's see. Nice to meet you. Yeah, if you want to see more content from him, go to Inside Nola Sports. He's doing his own little thing. And let's see.
I
Mike,
got
a
some.
cool
I got
dude.
something for some.
Yeah, I think he
Hey,
knows that because he raised me. But
I got something from for some Cowboy fans on my channel. It's Christmas. I got a present for them. And what's that
yeah,
present? What's the
yeah.
present? Do you remember? What? Do you remember the present?
Was it a big blowout loss from the Bills?
No. It was a tissue because they're gonna be crying when they lose in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah,
Remember that? So
yeah.
let's talk about some Giants. What's up?
All right, yeah, Giants, man. Like me and you, we were both at the game having a good old time. Giants fans leaving with 10 minutes left in the game because
Yeah, they
we
didn't
were
want no
just getting
more.
our belt and
They didn't
whooping
want
them.
no more.
But yeah, the Saints, we handled our business, and people are saying it's just the Giants. You only play who's on your schedule.
That's
Like,
right.
and I'm sure. Wait, what's that?
We play who they tell us to play, right?
Yep. Yeah, because like it's not like, let's see, glad y'all had a blast. Yeah, man, we had a blast, but yeah, it's not like we can just say, all right, I want us to play the Giants because they're gonna be an easy opponent. All right, I want us to play the Titans. Oh, I want us to play the Lions and Jaguars. Yes, some competition there. It's not like we can do that. We don't have a choice. Like it's not like we play the Giants and we're like, actually no, can we play the Panthers again? And they just grant us our wish. Like what do you expect us to do? Like we control our own destiny. And we were on a short week, headed to SoFi in a place that brought us trauma, as we all know by now. It brought us trauma, but that was a different time. That was the old Saints. Now the roles had reversed. We're the Saints, man. We're looking. Hey, look. This may be weird. I'm looking past the Rams. That's how much trauma they brought to me. I'm looking past the Rams.
Mikey, you hear that?
What?
You hear that?
A little bit. Is there a way that you can turn your volume up?
No, I mean, do you hear that phone call?
Oh yeah. What about the phone call?
No, I don't hear it because it's a no call.
Oh
I don't hear no
yeah.
call.
Yeah.
Nola, no
But
call.
yeah. But we could talk all day of how the Saints, demolished the Giants. But I want to hear from you. You're the guest on the show.
And thank you
Um,
for having me on this show.
yeah, I want to hear from you, Dad. This is your first time on the show.
For sure.
How did you feel? Or how do you feel upcoming this Thursday? We might have a show, maybe a Friday show, or we might do it sometime next week. It depends on how our schedules look. But let's see. Hey, Mike, your pop's cool, man. Yeah, he's a cool dude. But yeah, back to this. The Saints Rams. How do you feel about Matthew Stafford? How do you feel about Cooper Kupp? How do you feel
This
about a fifth round receiver named Puka Nacua? How do you feel about Aaron Donald? How do you feel about all these guys playing the Saints on Thursday?
this how I feel about him. You listen, Mikey.
Yep.
You listen, Jerry. That's how I feel about him. This is what we're gonna do to Matthew Stafford. We're gonna get that boy some pain. You know what I'm saying? We got some pain coming for him. You know? So I'm looking for a score 31-17 Saints.
All right. Yeah. We're gonna have a new segment that we're probably gonna carry on until next year. Where we're actually gonna do predictions, and that doesn't even know about until now. But Saints Rams, it's gonna be a tough one. But like I said, I'm looking past the Rams. I'm
No,
looking past the Panthers.
don't
Or not Panthers, Buccaneers. I'm looking past the Falcons. You know why? Because
what?
all three of those teams ain't got nothing on the black and gold. You heard me? Ain't none of those three teams. I don't care about no Puka, Nakua, Luca, Noodle. I don't care about no Puka.
I don't
Puka?
care about no
You Puka
Puka,
bear?
no Poker, no DeVitos, no Riddlers, no none of them. I don't
Yeah.
care about them.
And on that topic, you know, me being the host, you actually brought up a good topic. People, and we said on my second channel, you can go subscribe there. That's where my game streams are gonna be. These are gonna be like streams like this, and my game streams are gonna be over there. But yeah, that brings me off to a good topic because on my other stream last time, you said that we don't care about no Tommy DeVito, but I know who did care. That turf, because that turf felt Tommy DeVito the entire game. That man got sacked 7 times. That man had to go to the injury tent twice.
Pain, Mikey, pain.
Yeah,
DeVito was
and
feeling
I,
some pain.
yeah, and you don't ever want to see injuries, but
No, no,
whew,
just some pain. Just a little bit of
yeah, that
pain, a
was
little bit,
that
you
was a
know.
tough game. That was a tough game to watch. Even as a Saints fan, I started feeling some for him. But then you got the Tommy DeVito, man. The only thing that we saw was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Seven seconds.
SACKS.
That's Granderson had some. I don't know what's wrong with Cam Jordan. He ain't had no stats, no tackles, no quarterback hits, but he's setting that edge though. That man can set an edge, huh, Mikey?
Yeah, yeah. And I feel like that's another point. Our defensive line, even though we sacked DeVito 7 times, some of our main guys were not the ones getting the sacks. You want to know why? Because a dude
Hmm.
who I even forgot was even on this team, named Tano Capasingo, got
Hmm.
3 of them. Cam Jordan ain't get one. Granderson ain't get one. But Tano got 3. And you got Breeze with 1 or 2. Oh, man. And then we're going to have the Derek Carr hater saying that we still need a new quarterback. And that's not entirely wrong. Facts, yeah. But you got to look at it this way, too. Derek Carr had 5 incompletions. You know how much quarterbacks this season has had 5 incompletions? I don't even know. Not a lot, I bet. But
Hmm.
obviously it's going to be overshadowed because Baker Mayfield did his thing against Packers. But, you
Derek
know,
Carr was dealing, boy. He was dealing.
yep,
He was sitting back there. We had a good view from our seats, Mikey. You could see on the touchdown drives, execution was beautiful. I mean, offensive line protecting the passer. Derek Carr stepping up, finding his receivers, throwing them open. I mean, we saw that, but then we saw, the mess ups, the three and outs, the penalties, and it just kills your drives. And we saw all that. So, got to get back to executing. Got to get
Yep.
back to Derek Carr dealing like he was dealing. We don't have a quarterback problem, Mikey. We have a little coaching problem, but we're gonna take care of that.
Yep.
We're gonna hire you, Mikey. You're gonna be the coach, and Jerry gonna be the defensive coordinator, and we're gonna
Yeah.
get him.
We'll see about that. Yeah. We'll talk about the coach, or we'll talk about coaching changes when we cross that bridge during the off season, if we even have to talk about it. But let's get started on our
We talk
preview
about
for the
playoffs, Mikey. Playoffs.
yeah,
Come on.
because I posted a video like a couple weeks ago. I think it was after the Panthers game, so it might have been last week, where I made like two parts of a head coaching candidate video. Some of those guys was interested in, some I was not. And obviously coaches, this is where they're starting to get fired. You had Josh McDaniels, Matt Canada, Brandon Staley was just let go. Who will be and also Frank Reich. Let's not forget to mention him. Who will be the next head coach, in your opinion, to get let go, or an offensive coordinator? Who do you think's getting let go if it's not Dennis Allen? Who do you think's getting let go? Because there's lots of poor performances, but only one can go.
I think Washington's gonna be a change. I think Tennessee might be a change. I don't know. I kind of like Tennessee's coach, but they had a disappointing season this year. Got eliminated from the playoffs already. Atlanta, Arthur Smith. I mean, how you lose to the Panthers? I don't know. And already benched Riddler again. Ridley, whatever his name is. It's gonna be Taylor Heineke, boy. You ready for that Heineke show?
But I remember there was this one time, and it was actually against the Falcons, coincidentally, where Washington played Atlanta, right? Taylor Heineke was getting hyped up after that playoff performance against Tampa, but we didn't know like if it was for show or if it was for real. I think one of the games against Atlanta, because of course it was against Atlanta, Heineke, his defense stank. They allowed 30 points to the old Matt Ryan led Falcons, right? But Heineke was throwing jump balls in the air, balls over the sea, and scored 34 points. I think that game really showed me something about Heineke. But when he went to Atlanta, honestly, I thought they should have started him. Because, this might sound biased, but I'm not the only one who thinks this. I don't believe in Ritter. Here's why. Ritter, not to mention, he didn't even get a 100-yard passing game against us last year. But that was last year, people were going to say. But if you look at it, Ritter's been turning the ball over. He's been throwing balls in the sky. And then people are like,
passes, huh?
what?
The helicopter passes, huh?
Yeah. And people are like, but Ritter be moving the ball down the field most of the times. But look, if I'm driving down the field, right, and we're having a good drive, and I just keep the ball in the sky, all that, driving down the field is going to be taken away. You know why? Because we lost. That's what Ritter shows me, man. I remember watching that London game. That man couldn't do a thing. That man had 2 interceptions in the first half. One of them was a pick 6. So, no, I know our quarterback is not the perfect guy in the world, but, oh, boy, it could be a whole lot worse. Trust me, Saints fans. Just be grateful you're not stuck with Ritter. And honestly, I don't even know how I'm saying this. Arthur Smith is a way worse coach than Dennis Allen. And I know some of y'all may not like to admit it. Some of y'all are just biased against Dennis Allen. But Dennis Allen, the thing I like, the thing I will give him credit for, he admits when he makes a mistake. Arthur Smith, that man barely uses Bijan. Nope. Bijan should have got in the game anyway. Like, what? Something I'll give Dennis Allen for, he had at least takes the time to acknowledge when he makes a mistake. Arthur Smith, no, no. Like that man, he's like, I don't care about no fantasy football. So Bijan Robinson, you stay out on the sideline. Like, and that man be like, I'd be scratching my head at times. And I'm glad, and sometimes I'm thankful that we picked up Allen instead of Smith. And I don't even know how I'm saying that. Like, you can go back to my older videos, man. I was calling for this man's job. I was tearing his contract up on screen. Whew, it was a time back then. It was a time back then, and it's a time right now. But let's get into some of the deeper topics. Some people say that this game will determine lots of playoff implications, and they are right because currently the Rams hold the 7th seed. Okay, if the Saints win, we'll have the tiebreaker, the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Rams. But we're the 9th seed because the Seahawks won last night, and they hold like a conference record over us. So the Saints need a win tonight, or not tonight, Thursday night. But if they lose, it's not the end of the world. You know, you have 2 divisional games that you can still win the division for. But this game, you know, will improve a lot. Because the Buccaneers, they play the Jaguars. So that's going to be a tough game for them. But the Jaguars have been a little shaky these last couple weeks. So we cannot rely on a team to lose. We have to take care of our problem. You didn't hear the Bills back in 2017 saying that they hope that, or no, obviously they hope, but you didn't hear them saying how the Bengals, you know, like all we got to hope for is the Bengals to beat the Ravens. You didn't hear them saying that. They're like, let's take care of business so the Bills can get into the playoffs that year. That's what they did, and guess what? The Bengals also won their game. So all the Saints got to do is do their part. The rest is going to take care of itself. The Saints got to take care of their part. They got to focus on the LA Rams and SoFi. They better forget about that sleep. They better be putting in the work. I don't care where you are, who you know. I don't care. The Saints need a win. And yes, I know this division is crappy. So even like a 7-10 team might make the playoffs out of this division. But we cannot rely on that. Like, you can say that for basically every single team. Like, you can't rely on that. How do you feel about this game and our playoff implications?
I feel that hey Jerry, this boy know his stuff, huh? Oh, playoff implications now? Yeah, I'm not thinking about no wild card, man. I'm thinking about winning this division. So, like you said, if we lose this game, it's not the end of the world. We got the Buccaneers. They're probably not going to win the rest of their games, and we still have to play them. So, so we're still in it. But I would like to win this game Thursday, Mikey. I'd like to go in there and really take control from the jump. I mean, we ain't gonna be playing from behind. We're gonna get an early lead. We're gonna run the ball. It's gonna be a Kamara, Taysom Hill show. And let me tell you something about Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill touched the ball 3 times Sunday. Now you could say, you know, he just come off an injury. Let's take it a little easy for him. But we all know we got to play Thursday. We got a long trip over there to Los Angeles, and we know, after a Sunday game, everybody's sore. Then we got to turn around and play Thursday. Well, Taysom Hill didn't get very sore, so he's fresh. So we got to ride that boy till his wheels
Yeah.
fall off, Mikey.
Yeah. But now, it's getting
Give it to
late,
him
so why
15
not?
times.
What'd you say?
Give it to him 15 times.
Yeah. I mean, hey, history shows that if Taysom touches the ball that many times, we win the game. But you know what? We're going to start something, and it's going to go to next year. We're not going to, put, standings in this. But I thought of something fun, right? We're going to do some NFL predictions, and we're going to end it off there, right? All right,
All
you
right,
can.
cool.
All right, so first, I'm gonna write your name here. See, first let me get this pen. All right, you're gonna tell me who you think's gonna win or lose. You could tell me why. All right, but let's start right now with Thursday Night Football, Saints Rams, and I think I know who you're going with. And Jerry, if you want, you can put your picks in the comments as well. Jerry, Dad, who you got? Saints Rams coming Thursday.
I got big Saints.
Yeah, I do too because first of all, I'm a Saints fan, so you can screw off. All right, and then so yeah, we both got Saints. All right, and then this says Friday, but the games are on Saturday. I don't know why this paper says Friday. But next we got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who you got?
At Pittsburgh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Bengals with the backup quarterback, but they've been on a roll. And Pittsburgh, they, not having a great year. They're 7-7. Tomlinson never had a losing season so far. And I don't think he's gonna have one this year. I think Pittsburgh will take it this
Okay.
Saturday.
All right, you got Pittsburgh, and I'm actually going Pittsburgh as well. Jake Browning, he's been doing his thing since Burrow got hurt, but Browning did not. His first start was against Pittsburgh, and I know Pittsburgh is like a worse team since then, and I know the Bengals are a better team, but there's something telling me that the Steelers are going for the sweep, and I know, the Bengals, they're not a bad team. In fact, right now they are currently in the playoffs with their backup quarterback. But I don't it's not that I don't trust Browning, it's just that he's like inconsistent for me, and I know he's only started like 2 or 3 games, but I don't know. With this Steelers defense, I think it's gonna be tough for Browning and the Bengals to move the ball. But we're gonna see. All right, next. All right, yeah, you got Steelers. So next, Buffalo Bills traveling to Los Angeles to take on the L.A. Chargers. Who you got?
This is easy. Give me the Bills.
Okay. I'm actually going with a little upset
Little
because
upset,
I'm going,
okay?
and I don't know. I think this might be an upset. I'm going with the Chargers because I know the Chargers, they don't really have a lot of fans going to their games, but I'm going Chargers because here's why, right? The Bills, they've been on a roll, but something is telling me, I don't know what, but like the Bills, like they're inconsistent at times, but the Chargers, they just fired their coach, and the game is also going to be in Los Angeles at night. We all usually, and history tells us that interim coaches succeed. I don't know why, but some of them do. So I'm going with the
Some of them.
Chargers. It might look foolish,
Some
but
of
hey, I
them.
picked the Seahawks to win last night. I know it was on stream, and people called me a crackhead for that. So, hey, hey, maybe an upset will go my way, because we cannot all pick the same. Like that's kind of boring. So, but yeah, now let's start with the Sunday slate.
All right.
Indianapolis Colts traveling to our arch division rival Atlanta to play the Falcons. Who do you have winning that game?
Let's see. It's a Taylor Heineke show now, right?
I guess.
So where's the game being played at? Atlanta?
The game is in Atlanta.
I don't care. Give me the Colts.
Yeah, same here. I'm going Colts as well. Yeah, and I don't think I don't think there needs to be an explanation. The Falcons are just bad.
Trash.
Like if you lose to the Panthers 9-7, I'm sorry. I know I'm a Saints fan and I hate the Falcons for life, but I'm sorry. That's bad. I don't care you beat us. That is worse. Man, but anyways, now let's go all across. Let's go to Seattle Seahawks traveling on the road to Tennessee to play the Titans. Dad, who's your pick for that game?
How long is Geno out?
Let's see here. Let's see. I know he's been out for a while. Let's see here. It says Geno Smith. He fit. Oh no, that's not Jason. Let's see. It says he will play. So Geno Smith will play versus the Titans.
I think I think it doesn't matter who plays quarterback. I think they win. Seattle
You think who?
Seahawks. Seahawks.
Seahawks. Okay, I agree. Titans. They made it a close game with the Texans, but should I mention that the Texans started Case Keenum that game?
Mm.
You should have been blowing them out the water. I don't care who you know, who you got. I don't care. You should have been blowing the Texans out the water, but instead you lost in an overtime game that nearly ended in a tie. So no, and Drew Lock just beat one of the best teams in football.
He looked pretty good. Got
Yeah,
him
you
straight.
saw that block he
Looked good.
did. Yeah, I'm going to Seattle too. I do not trust Tennessee, especially since they're already out the playoffs. They're not. They're probably just gonna be going for the draft pick at this point. They're not going. They're probably not going to try. And they might try, but what's the point at this point? Next, we got the Detroit Lions going to Minnesota. Play the Vikings. Our first of two matchups. Who you got?
Give me the Lions. Definitely. Lock it in.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going Lions too. The Lions, they've been inconsistent at times, but they're playing the Vikings. They're playing Nick Mullins. I'm sorry. The Lions are not that bad. I know they lost to Justin Fields and other teams. They're not losing to no Nick Mullins. But
Can't happen.
yeah. So let's move on to the battle of two teams who ain't playing for a thing. Let's go over to New Jersey. Let's go to the Washington Commanders traveling to the New Jersey to play the New York Jets. Here you go.
Wow. The Trash Bowl, huh? Let me see. They're playing in New Jersey, right?
Yeah, they're going to New Jersey.
I think Jets got a pretty good defense. I think they could hold. I don't think they can score though. I think Washington pulls an upset. A little slight upset.
Well, we're going on the same boat because I got Washington as well. Because like you said, the Jets, they're solid, but they're not blowing anybody out of proportion. They just lost 30-0 to the Dolphins. And I know they're the Dolphins, but you didn't even score. And the first time you played Miami, they caught a 100 yard pick six. I know by rule it's called a 99-yard pick six, but let's be honest, it was over 100 yards. Let's be honest. So I'm going Washington. I do not trust the Jets. Aaron Rodgers will not play because if he plays, then he's just stupid. So yeah, I'm going Washington. Next, we got the Green Bay Packers traveling to Carolina to play the 2-win Panthers. Who you got?
I got the Packers in a close one.
Yeah, I got Packers too. Because the Panthers, I mean, they just won a game against the Falcons by scoring 3 field goals, and I like their story, but they're not gonna do much against the Packers. I know the Packers don't have a good defense, and their offense is, but they're the Panthers. So I'm going Green Bay. But next, let's go with now we're gonna pick the Cleveland Browns versus the Houston Texans in a game that could have been a Deshaun Watson game against his former team once again, but he likes to smoke crack instead of playing in the game. So who you got?
I got Joe Flacco continuing his streak of good football. Cleveland Browns. Give it to
Yeah, this is not, a 50-50 week. This is more in the 100%, but I'm going Browns too. Joe Flacco, he's been playing good. They just came back against the Bears. I know it's the Bears, but you can say that about any team.
the Bears.
And not to mention he beat the Jaguars, who are currently the 4th seed in the AFC. But I'm going Browns. I don't know if CJ Sharp's playing, but even if he is, He's probably not going to be 100%, so I'm going Cleveland. But next, let's go into, I guess, well, now we're going to the game of the weeks. Or we're going to the game of the week at 3:05 p.m. Central Time. We're going with the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Bay. Who you got?
We need Jacksonville to pull this one out. And they're playing in Tampa Bay?
Yep.
I don't care. Give me the Jaguars.
Yes, I'm going Jaguars too. Even with Lawrence or no Lawrence or 50% Lawrence, even with CJ Beathard, I'm going Jaguars. Why? Because I'm a complete homer and never listen to anything I say. I'm a complete homer, okay? But also because I think Jaguars are the better team. So, anyways, now to the 3:25 slot. Arizona Cardinals traveling to the Chicago Bears. It's gonna be a tough one. Who you got?
In Chicago, right?
Yep.
Give me the Bears.
You know what? People are kind of sleeping on the Cardinals. People are sleeping on the Cardinals because the Cardinals, they nearly put up 30 points against the 49ers, right? They beat the Steelers, okay? And they've been in it for most of their games. So, honestly, and they're playing the Bears who are basically dead in the water. I know realistically they still have a chance, but they're basically dead in the water. I think I'm going Cardinals. It could go either way. And I know it's hard to say that about 3-11 football team, but Kyler Murray, he's been on it this year. From when he's come back. I know he got hurt last week, but yeah, he came back in the game. So I'm going Arizona. The Bears. I just don't think that they're going to contain Kyler Murray, and I'm going with the Cardinals. So but now we got the best game of the week by far, where we got the Dallas Cowgirls traveling to Miami, Florida to take on the Dolphins, coming off of some great football by the Dolphins. Not so great football by the Cowgirls, let's say that. Who do you got in this masterclass?
Ooh, it's a good one, baby. It's a good one. I got the Cowgirls losing. Miami Dolphins, baby. Give it to me.
Yeah, I'm going Dolphins too. Because you want to know why? I brought it up. Every single time the Cowgirls play a real team, they lose. And people are gonna be like, but then they just beat the Seahawks a couple weeks ago. Or last week. Well, didn't the Eagles just lose to Drew Lock last night? And they're gonna be like, but the Cowboys beat the Seahawks. That's funny. You barely beat an injured quarterback. So, who really won there? And not to mention, you lost to the Joshua Dobbs-led Cardinals in Week 3. And the Dolphins, they just put up 30 points against the Jets. They shut out the Jets, the team that you allowed 10 points to. And the Cowgirls, realistically, are just not a good football team. Dak Prescott is just, don't get me wrong, Dak has been doing all right, but he's not been having great numbers, but they're probably going to give him the MVP. You know why? Because the MVP is rigged. But I'm going Dolphins because screw the Cowgirls. But now we have the worst Sunday night football game I can ever imagine. New England Patriots traveling to Denver to play the Broncos. It's weird how we go from the best game straight to one of the worst games. I don't know. It makes schedules, but I want to kick them in the noggins. But Patriots, Broncos. Who do you got in the shit show?
I got Sean Payton and Russell Wilson. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I got Broncos too. I do not, and I repeat, I do not trust Bailey Zappi, Mac Jones, Will Grier. I don't even know who's going to be playing. Sure, the Patriots might just make Ramondre Stevenson take snaps at this point. It won't hurt. Shoot, I could freaking win a game for the Patriots and these two bums. Like, I know Bailey Zappi played good and all, but come on, bro. He's Bailey Zappi. You're talking about a dude who threw an interception on a fake spike. And Mac Jones, just no. And the Broncos, I know they just got killed by the Lions, but the Lions, they're a good team. So you can't really hold that against them. And the Broncos, they were the hottest team in the NFL at one point. So I'm going Broncos, and I won't be surprised if the game's over at halftime. But now, we got a triple header on Monday Night Football. Where we got the Raiders traveling to the big old KC in Arrowhead Stadium to play the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs. Who do you got?
You really have to ask me. It's the Kansas City Taylor Swifts, baby. Chiefs.
Well, this is not going to be a real pick. I'm going Raiders because screw the Chiefs. I don't care if I get it wrong.
What?
I'm just not going to pick the Chiefs because every time I do pick the Chiefs, they lose. Every time I don't pick the Chiefs, they win. I don't know. Right. I'm
Raiders
not picking
did
the
just
Chiefs.
score 63 points, huh?
What?
Raiders did just score 63 points, huh?
Yeah, like, I don't know. And hey, the Raiders, they nearly beat the Chiefs a couple weeks ago, so why not? I'm going Raiders because, like, the Raiders, they always keep it close to the Chiefs. Like, even back in the Derek Carr days. And, shoot, Aiden O'Connell nearly beat them. And the Chiefs, they've been sluggish. Let's not forget that they were almost losing to the – no, they were not almost. They were losing to the Patriots at one point. And the receivers still cannot catch a ball. And the receivers don't even know what side of the field they're supposed to be on. And Pat Mahomes is a crybaby. So those go against the Chiefs anyway. Now, we got the New York slaughtered, destroyed, destruct Giants traveling to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. It's not going to be the last time they meet, but it's going to be the last time the Giants have a pulse. Who you got?
I think this is a get-right game for Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia is going to take this one big time, blow them out.
Yeah.
What you think?
Yeah, well, one, whoever picks the Giants is either a Giants fan or a dumb person. And two, no, the Eagles are not losing to the Giants. I know they just lost to Drew Lock and Seahawks, but Drew Lock was a backup. Tommy DeVito's a third string. So I'm going Eagles because the Giants just plain out suck. All right, now we're going to go with the real Monday Night Football game, which might be up there for the Dallas-Miami game, if not better. A battle between the both of the one seeds. This could be a potential Super Bowl preview. It's a game between the AFC's number one seed and the NFC's number one seed. Both best teams in their respective conference colliding. The two best teams in the NFL having their mark on Monday night. Last time they played, it was a classic one. Ravens came out on top last time, but it was like 4 years ago. Now we're going to see if the 49ers can take it. Dad, who do you think is going to win this potential most indestructive Super Bowl preview?
Ravens and 49ers?
Yep.
Where they playing?
San Francisco.
San Francisco. I think it's going to be some home cooking. Give me the San Francisco 49ers. Brock Purdy, baby. MVP. Lock it in.
Okay. Let me put that down. I respect it. I'm going the Ravens, and here's why.
Ooh.
Lamar Jackson. You know, the 49ers are going to have a tough day dealing with Lamar Jackson. Like, I know they got Nick Bosa, Fred Warner, but none of those guys are fast enough to contain Lamar Jackson. I feel like it could go either way, but I feel like the Ravens' defense is strong. I feel like that. I feel like the receivers for the Ravens are going to outrun the 49ers DBs. I'm going Ravens, and I don't think Brock Purdy will be able to catch up with the Ravens offense. But that's gonna do it, folks. We're gonna come back next week with an even bigger, better episode where we're gonna talk Saints Rams in aftermath. We're gonna preview the Saints Buccaneers game, and we're gonna do more predictions and talk about what we want. Why? Because we don't even know what we're gonna make this show called yet. So, yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, folks. Hey, I'm gonna see you probably tomorrow. Dad will see you whenever we do this live stream. But check out my second channel called Hurricane Mike Streams or whatever I renamed it. I don't even know anymore. But we're gonna be streaming the Saints game on the Who Dat Center. Go check them out, and we're out of here, baby. Who Dat?
Who dat?